Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather, and tonight for supper we are going to be making quesadillas. So for that, I'm making it very simple. I just need a couple of the tortilla shells. These are about the 10-inch, I believe. It's the larger size. We're going to make some steak and some chicken. So I've got my beef, the stir-fry strips. And I couldn't find the chicken in the sliced already, so I bought the chicken breasts. I'll be slicing those. Also need grated cheese, and of course salsa and sour cream for dipping your quesadillas in. So just give me 1 minute because I realized I forgot to bring out my quesadilla pan, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got my skillet plugged in, just turning it on. I'm just going to start by taking the beef strips. Just move the camera so you can see. I'm just going to start by putting the beef strips in the pan to start cooking them. Won't take long to cook these. And then I will be starting to slice the chicken breast into nice thin slices about the same size as the beef. So we're making chicken and steak quesadillas for supper. Just kind of breaking the meat apart so it cooks a little bit, so it cooks more even. So I'm just gonna finish this, and I just gotta wash my hands, and I'll be right back as I slice the chicken. Okay, now I'm just ready to cut my chicken. I just kind of pulled all the chicken out because the label says it's boneless, but I have actually had a bone-in boneless chicken before, so I always like to double check. I'm just slicing these to about the same size pieces as the steak. I don't think this is a very good knife for slicing this. So I'm just going to continue slicing my chicken so I get nice strips like that, and then I will be right back. Okay, I've got the steak and the chicken in my skillet cooking, so now I'm going to be grating my cheese. So I've got my block of cheese here, kind of cut into a few smaller pieces. I'm just going to slice these pieces into a few a little bit smaller. I'm just slicing up my cheese, just makes it easier if I just do all this in one step. Too fat, I'm not sure. That should be good. Okay, now I've got my little Tefal chopper here. So all I do, I'm just gonna bring this closer into the camera so you can see. It's very simple. It's very simple to use. It's just got these different attachments here. I like to use this one. It's got the largest ones to make the grated cheese. It also does your grates and chops all your different veggies. So we just put whatever in here. You use the plunger. And it makes really nice grated cheese. So I'm just going to continue grating all this cheese. And I'll be back because this machine's like really loud. It's probably hard to hear anything over top of it. So when I get the cheese grated, then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It just took me maybe about 5 minutes, but I've grated the whole block of cheese. Now, as much as I love my little thing here, it has one small design flaw, I believe, when I'm grating my cheese, and that is the way that this thing rotates. I always get cheese caught between the blade and this outer plastic where you put it in, and it makes it really hard. So for this blade to rotate, so every once in a while you've got to stop and clean that out. But other than that, it's a really handy tool for grating cheese really fast. So I'm just going to move my little Tefal cutter over there. Just going to check on the meat. It's been, the steak and the chicken have been cooking. I can tell some of the chicken is not cooked. I can tell. I just got to give it a good stir and just kind of flip these pieces over. Just going to make sure that the chicken is all cooked. Now, I did cook my chicken and steak in the same pot. My steak was almost cooked when I added the chicken, so they're gonna, so my chicken's gonna get like a pork taste to it. That's okay, I don't mind. I'm just trying to cook supper fast, and I also like putting steak and chicken on the same quesadilla. So I'm just gonna make one quick chicken quesadilla, show everybody, because then my kids will come and they'll make their own however they want to make it. So it's really easy. I'm just gonna put the lid back on here because this grease is splashing my arm. I'm just going to move that out of my way. I'm just going to turn this off and unplug it. I've got to plug in my quesadilla maker. Got my little quesadilla maker here. Just got to get the cord and plug it in. It is so easy to make quesadillas when you've got these little machines. I know a couple of years ago my husband looked at me, he was doing something in the cupboard, and he asked me why I needed 4 waffle makers. I think he asked me. I think he asked me why I had 4 waffle makers, and I said I don't. I have 1 waffle maker. So I pulled all my kitchen things out like this. I think I've got about 10 different things that do 10 different, things. Like I know I've got waffle maker, I've got a pie maker, cake pop, sandwich maker, the quesadilla maker, and then I got all the different baby cake type for different cookies and stuff. And I even have one to make my own gummy bears. So one day it'd be really fun for me to do a video with all my kitchen gadgets. I just gotta wait for this to kind of heat up. This takes a minute, so I'm just gonna grab my pack of tortilla shells and just show you how quick and easy. Once you get the meat cooked and the cheese grated, it's so fast to make a quesadilla. Oops, shoot. I gotta grab the spray because I'll be right back. Okay, this is a non-stick thing, but I always like to just do a light spray with my non-stick, cooking spray. Just like that every couple of quesadillas. Just kind of helps keep the machine a little cleaner, and I think kind of just toast the tortilla shell a little bit better. So I'm just going to put this down, and then I'm just going to grab a couple strips of the chicken here. Just trying to find some of the ones that you can put as much or as little chicken on here. I just want to make sure I get 1 piece of chicken in each of the 6 little things. I will say I'm not a big meat eater. I live in Alberta, which is a beef place, and I don't really like steak. But I'm just gonna put on some of the chicken, or on top of the cheese, on top of the chicken. So you can, this is how you just kind of load it up, make it however you want. I just like 1 strip of chicken on each of those places, and some of the cheese just right on top. You can add your salsa and sour cream in here too if you wanted. I usually just leave the sour cream and salsa just to dip it, because the thicker you make this, the longer it's going to take to kind of cook. But these really don't take any time. I think that's enough cheese. This is for me. That's all the cheese I think I can probably eat tonight. So I'll just put the next shell on, and I do like to make sure that I do get it lined up. And just put the lid down and lock it into place. Now my clip is a little broken. my clip is broken. Sometimes I can lock it in place, sometimes I can't. Tonight I was able to. So I'm just gonna give this probably about 3 or 4 minutes to cook, and then I'll be back in a couple minutes when I know it's done. Okay, that didn't take any time to cook. It's got lots of steam. Just gonna open it up. It could still use another minute, but I'll just put the lid down for another minute or so and hold it in place. And let's see. Yeah, it still just needs another minute, so I'll be right back in about a minute. Okay, it is done now. I can see the cheese bubbling out. So I'm just going to lift it up very carefully and flip it over onto the pan. I'm just going to bring this in here so you can see it better. Sorry, my camera is falling off the stand. There we go. So you can see the nice quesadilla. It makes nice little maker, makes right where you cut. Should have grabbed the pizza cutter, it works a lot easier. Let's see. Just gonna grab my pizza slicer here. So you kind of cut it like pizza. There. So get a nice wedge. And I serve it with a scoop of sour cream and a scoop of salsa. Right like that. You can pour the salsa and sour cream on top, or you can just set it to the side, dip it. I prefer to dip it. That's how I make my quick, easy quesadillas for supper. I know my kids are ready to make theirs, so I'm just going to end the video right now. But just say thank you to everybody who's really subscribed to my channel. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.